Normally I don't get to show off this side of the studio, but this is where I spend the majority of my time working, gaming, and a little bit of streaming from time to time. When I say work, I don't mean editing work, because I do that primarily on my Mac, even though I think this PC that I built can handle my workflow. This is actually where I spend my 9 to 5 working my day job. And starting things off with the desk from FlexiSpot that I've had for over 3 years now, and it's been going up and down all this time and has been holding up great. It's fairly quiet as well as fairly simple, with only 2 buttons on it, one for up and one for down. And as you heard, it is relatively quiet. I did offer a white tabletop as well as silver legs to kind of complement some of the accessories that you're going to see throughout the video. My Mac setup is kind of darker tone, so I wanted something a little lighter, a little brighter on this side of the room. Underneath, I do have cable management netting. So aside from the power strip that powers all the tech, I only have one cord running from the overhead studio light. Everything else is just stuffed into the netting. It may sound a bit lazy, but I promise it does work. Now in the setup, I do go between sitting as well as standing. So a chair is also a crucial part of the setup, which is why I was so excited when Autonomous reached out for me to check out the Ergo Chair Mesh. I've actually already owned 2 of the Ergo Chair Pros that I picked up during COVID because I really valued my posture, and based on the reviews I watched on YouTube, Autonomous did fit that bill. And here we are 5 years later, I get to check out the Ergo Chair Mesh, and as I mentioned, I have owned 2 of the Ergo Chair Pros, and in all this time, 5 years, they've really held up. As far as installation, it was super simple. The package came within 2 or 3 days, with of course everything inside for a super simple installation as well as setup. The colors match the setup perfectly, and the cushions have been super comfortable, lots of customization allowing for tilting and adjusting of the armrests. And one regret that I did have with the Ergo Chair Pros is that at the time I did not pick up the head support. So now I can be even more responsible to ensure that my neck is supported for even better spinal alignment. I do work out of the basement, so the temperatures down here do fluctuate from time to time, and sometimes they can be even pretty drastic, which is why the new Ultra Air Mesh has been working great so far without taking away any comfort that I've already loved with the prior cushioning. It does offer a 2-to-1 synchro tilt that allows the cushion to remain level as you tilt back to game, or stay upright to stay focused, allowing your lumbar, your low back, to remain relieved. And speaking of lumbar, there is a lumbar cushioning that allows you to customize it, moving it up or down to better adjust to your spinal alignment, and if you're in your 20s, you'll appreciate this soon enough. Now, truthfully, it did take my body a little bit of time to get accustomed to the mesh cushion. So used to a traditional cushion after using it for so many years, like you see here. You can also see that the fraying of the fabric is very minimal after all this time. Also, I prefer the stainless steel look of these caster wheels versus just the plastic that you see here. And then the head support that this has provided me over the last couple of months has been truly game-changing. I don't know how I went so long without it, but thankfully it's no longer an add-on, so no need to cheap out, and it's standard across all their models. I'll go ahead and link the Ergo Chair Mesh at the top of the description. They also have a black as well as this cool gray, so you can find the one that matches your aesthetic. And if you use that link down below, you'll not only save 5%, but they're also currently running a Labor Day sale, so you could save even more on an Ergo chair or any of their office decor. As far as what's on the desk, most of the accessories are from Grovemade. I do have this medium orange desk mat. Orange is my favorite color, and I do like how it adds the only pop of color to this setup. Grovemade is on the pricier side, unfortunately, but I will say that the products have held up for over many, many years. And as for the desk shelf, it is also from Grovemade, but I really do like how it can slide and hide notebooks, SSD storage, and other small cables and dongles, while also helping rise the monitors with the perfect eye level. Which brings us to Studio Display. Absolutely love them. I own 2 of them, which is why I had to get it to work here with my PC setup. This is the tilt height adjustable version, which you could probably skip if you do have a sit-down desk, as well as a desk riser, but it's just the perfect display, no speakers necessary. I don't edit at this desk, but in my editing desk, I trust and rely on the speakers. So good, no latency. I can get away with using the studio camera for calls or for streams, but it really is the vibrancy of the 5K display that make it worth it. Personally, not a fan of the nano texture version, so this is the glossy version, and I'm in a basement, so it's a basement studio, so there's no windows down here anyway. But to be honest, I still offer glossy glass in all my displays. It is a 60 Hz panel, but when you're playing games like Verizon, the colors just absolutely pop. It is such a beautiful game. And as far as the PC, it is custom built it myself right here on the channel. There's a whole video of me trying to put it together. Had absolutely no idea what I was doing, so if you want to be entertained, maybe we'll watch that video after this one. But it is beefy. I built it to be able to game, stream, and be able to do all of the things that I definitely don't take advantage of. But it does have an NVIDIA 4090, 13th Intel Core i9, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and 2 terabytes of storage. I'll leave the link down below in case you're interested, but inside the case, I did have to throw in some other accessories, some little hints of orange, as well as some Pokemon characters. So we have a Bulbasaur Funko Pop, Pokemon card, as well as Mr. Mime. I'm a big Pokemon fan. The platform changes from time to time. Maybe I'm more obsessed with the video game. Maybe it's Pokemon Go. Currently, I'm obsessed with Pokemon TCG. And quickly just going over some of the peripherals, they really need no introduction. We have a Logitech keyboard, as well as a Logitech mouse. So again, not very original, but the colors match the setup and they really do work really well. Recently, I discovered Logitech Flow, which allows me to go between my PC as well as my MacBook very seamlessly, very similar to Universal Control if you are familiar with that on a Mac. Truthfully, as I've mentioned, I mainly do rely on the speakers of the Apple Studio Display, but from time to time, I do use the Rode headphones and the Rode Pod mic as well as the Rodecaster Dual, handle my calls, streams, and even recording these voiceovers. And my controller of choice is the PlayStation 5 controller. Absolutely love the haptics, love the feedback of this thing. I do have a PlayStation 5 in my living room, so I do have a living room tour if you're interested in watching that video as well. But this is my controller of choice, and this dock here helps ensure that my PlayStation remote stays charged all the time. And the light just above us is an Amarin 200D with the softbox. May seem like overkill, but again, I'm in a basement, so there's no windows down here, so it gets pretty dark. So to fill up the space with light, I do need a little bit more power. So it is meant to do more than just light me up when I'm on a video call or on a stream. But I also, I wanted to wall mount it, but it is on a tripod. Because again, I do need to move around depending on what I'm doing. Lastly, as far as my streaming setup, the last thing I use is the Sony a7 IV with the G Master 1635. It mainly just captures my profile during gameplay. When I'm just chatting, I just rely on the Studio Display camera and it works out just fine. And lastly, to close things out, what's on the desk, the last item is just a Nintendo Switch and this Pokeball dock, so it's super cute. I do connect it to the Studio Display. Do have a video on the channel on how you do that. There are some setbacks, so keep that in mind. But normally I really do just prefer to play with it on handheld mode. From time to time, I'll connect it to the Studio Display. But yeah, this is where I think I'll leave it. Be sure to let me know if you do like this type of content or want to see more of this space. Thanks again to Autonomous for making this video possible. They take a lot of time, so be sure to go check them out down below. While you're down there, of course, help boost the engagement of this video by hitting that like button, subscribing if you haven't, and until next time, I'll see ya.